So they'll be calling you a radical. So demystified, puzzled, stomped, baffled, perplexed, cut up starving animals with chainsaws, autopsyism, fucking. Now the blob is back with a vengeance. Now remember, I was talking about the blob, and like you can physically see it. John Kirk up there at the paddleboard business up there on the Canadian border, he and I were like, fuck, you could see this fucking, you could actually see it. People were laughing at us, making fun of us. That was in 2013. I mean, this is Fukushima. So now the big story, let's blow up the Chief Joseph. What's that? The Bonneville. That's real, by the way. Originally, this is how sick they are. Blow it up. I'm all for that. But it's not going to save any salmon. Fucking Manhattan Project. So, where's my salmon? So, get your fishing pole, Kevin. Where's your fiddle? Should we fucking strum? Where's your fiddle? Oh, it's right there. It's right there. So, there's Rome Burn. So, the season's over. The steelhead are on the verge of extinction. Dying in the ocean. Blob worse than it's ever fucking been. So, what makes you think it's going to get fucking... They're going to go extinct. And nobody's doing anything about it. Not our job. Scientists mystified, puzzled, stumped, baffled, perplexed, alarmed. I mean, they've run out of them. So, oh yeah, I broke my fiddle. Damn it. My strings, I got to restring it. And then the dude who was making me the cello lied to me. As Rome burned. By the way, nuclear energy is climate change. Fukushima's hot, 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 hot. So let's go over the numbers on the stillhead. Where are they at here? That's what they should look like. That's what a Chinook salmon. That's just 2009. By the way, I saw Tim Martin. He said on he's a year and a half before Fukushima happened. He's showing me footage and pictures of all the fucking salmon they were catching on all these fucking rivers. The Smith. And by the way, the video he did interviewing the native, the Klamath Elder. And the Klamath Elder's like, what fish we are getting, they're sick and scrawny and they got tumors in them. And the elder just like that says, Fukushima. Never caught a paper fish. How about the video shot of shooting the seals? That's the Teabagger Congress of 2018-20, the Crown Jewel. Look it up. Last bill they passed to fucking kill sea lions. So here's California rescuing sea lions, spending everything, big ceremonies. Yeah, we said they just swim right up there in fucking Oregon and Washington, shoot them, kill them. Well, they've killed fucking lots of them. That's their answer. Seals eat a lot of salmon. Well, I think they have for millions of fucking years. So there's your fucking numbers. So why? Let's get to the hallowed steelhead salmon. Incredible species of animal. Their life cycle is 1 to 2 years. They go to sea 1 to 2 years. That's why this is so alarming. They had in 2010 on the Columbia. Now, remember, we get a good count on the Columbia. Well, I don't know if it's good. The fucking liars. Live cam's been out. I fucking called ODFW. You can look it up. Fucking Army Corps Engineers classified me. They won't talk. I mean, I have the emails to prove they classified me. Their live cam's been out for fucking 7 years. Remember they were bragging? Yay, we got record returns in 2015 on the Chinook. Steelhead salmon on the Columbia. Now remember, the Smith, the Alties, the Willamette, all these other rivers, you know, the Rogue. Fuck, these numbers are fucking off a cliff. Remember all the grandstand? We're going to have hundreds of thousands. Bill Monroe, millions. I mean, there's print media all over talking about the Rogue, fucking, all these rivers. And they come, fuck, there's less than fucking, I mean, they're coming at 1, 2, 3% of these fucking liars numbers. So the steelhead number on the Columbia River, because we have a, you know, sonar there. It gets counted, ODFW. I hold ODFW's feet to the fire. 400 and about 50,000 up the Columbia River in 2010. 2011, I think. Yeah, 2011. No, 2010. 2010, that's right, because, and they were slightly lower, but they've decreased every single fucking year post-Fukushima. Now remember, we count what we call escapement. That's how many little fries, that's where the term little fry comes from. Little fry, smolts. They swim down and get to the sea. We know how many. Record numbers we're making to the sea. Record, expected record returns in 2012, 13, 14. Season's over. Season's over. You know what they have for the fucking steelhead? From 450,000 2010 and decrease every single year. Now remember, this is important. No gill netting this year. No gill netting. I've talked to ODFW. I've talked to anybody who's in the know. Well, I'm trying to set my projections. You know I've been exactly on. Well, with gill netting, they don't lie. ODFW and everybody, all the fishing guys, Tim Martin, everybody's told me you can figure 50%. So no gill netting this year. Less than 70,000. Less than 70,000. And that's by number. They're skinny, they're scrawny, because I'm getting live reports. I mean, Tim Martin, that's all he does. I mean, Lifetime Salmon, he's connected with everybody. He's up and down in that camper, his everywhere. Chinook salmon. 1.3 million. Look at this, we got a fly right on the camera, huh? That's funny. By the way, holding up my, I'm using my iPad here. You know what's holding the camera up? Right there, I'll show it to you. My Geiger counter. I was just thinking, God, I have never talked about that. So, here's the numbers right here. I have them written down. Remember when I cut this out and made this up there on the fucking hill? When I still had a vehicle. Never caught a paper fish. That's Tim Martin's buddy. Lifetime old timer. Everybody up there, I mean, that's in the know. So, they go to sea for 5 years, Chinook salmon. They're just growing and growing every year because record escapement, record escapement. They're coming back with a vengeance. So, just 2016, 1,370,000. Big hollow beast like this. That's on the road. That's right before Fukushima. 2 Kevin Blanche activists. Nope, this helps get the... Hope this helps get the Salt Lake Guide off the ground. Tim Martin. Yeah, remember I was going to start doing the guide trips for salmon, marlin, mermaids, unicorns. It's like my mom used to say before she died last year. Kevin, when are you going to get remarried? You've been single for a long time. You know, looking. When I find a girl who lifts her left leg at the knee when I kiss her, is willing to stomp grapes barefoot, you might as well go fishing on the Great Salt Lake for marlin. Yeah. They're gone. Boy, ain't it the truth. I don't know which is worse, the American male baby boomer or the American female baby boomer. They're both disgusting. So, 2016, 1,370,000. 2017 projections, ODFW, WFW, NOAA, everybody, based on escapement, and their models are dead on, dead on. Their models, 1.7 million. I set mine at 680,000. They come in at 600 and they're freaking out. Oh, I mean, whoa, what happened? What happened? Mystified Puzzle said it's an aberration. It's just one crazy bad year. Fucking, you know, it's just a freak fucking thing. It's just, okay. Okay. 2018, their projections were set at 2.1 million. All of them, based on escapement. I set mine at 480,000, coming at 488,000. What the fuck? Oh, they're freaking out now. They haven't started talking about the fucking blob. Then they start talking the blob. Where did this come from? You know, 15, 16, they start talking the blob. Then then they start, finally, it wasn't until 2017, 18, they start talking about ocean conditions. Okay. So, 2018, once his luck, twice his skill. Third time's recorded history. They set their projections at 2.3 million to 2.7 million, depending on which one you went with on escapement. I set mine at 333,000. They come in at 336,000. Like, what the fuck? Then they really start to freak out. Fucking the Mitchell Act. Look it up. Look up the Mitchell Act if you don't know. Is the Chamber of Commerce took it over from, it's all come fishing, fuck, stay in the hotels, drink the beer. We don't give a fuck, catch any fish. So 2019, I set my projection at 220,000, then I lowered to 180,000. They started lowering projections. They started going to 1,900,000, then they were at 800, then they went to 700. They finally they lowered all the way to 690,000. Now remember, this is the first year. Now when I set my projection, I set them last winter. I did not know that they would completely close all gill netting. Most fishing's been closed almost the whole time. There's been a little bit, not much. Of course, there's been steelhead fishing going on in Idaho. Idaho wants to extinct them. So does Washington. State of Washington, fuck, they're going to stop serving them in the restaurants, though. Fuck, they're the worst. The state of Washington's the fucking worst. At least ODFW will give you a number. By the way, the deer collapse in Oregon, Washington, same here in Utah. I'm getting reports on that. So they come in right now. They were running at 60% of last year, 65 until I did that infamous video where I went over there. They were running at 60%. In fact, they were going to come in right at that. Then all of a sudden they started to get some pretty good returns. So I'm talking to them up there. I'm like, well, they says, we're not gill netting. There's no gill netting. That's why. Zero gill netting. And so I'm like, gill nets don't lie. They says, they take them all. When they gill net, you can figure half. So here we are. We're going to come in at 380,000. What's half of 380,000? 190,000. Right? On Kevin Blanch's number again. Remember, this is with no gill netting. Fucking very little fucking fishing. They're coming in skinny, scrawny. So what's it going to be next year? The blob's worse than it's ever fucking been. Like I said, I thought they used to laugh at me, make fun of me. Bug. It's the most craziest, insane thing. We're afraid of nuclear meltdowns, full blown out fucking nuclear meltdowns, fucking ongoing. Lake Bear takes you 3,000 days to tell you what Kevin Blanch told you in 1 fucking hour. By the way, I just looked at, speaking of Lake Barrett, Mark, his maintenance guy, that's how I know Lake Barrett. I talked to him. Mark made me these. I was going through some of all this stuff. I've been cleaning up this pig pen house of mine because it's been gone to shit for 8 fucking years. I've been afraid to clean because I'm afraid of chemicals, with the cancer and leukemia, and I've been fucking going like a madman. Fuck some of the stuff I've got some of the coolest stuff ever. Oh, this is important. I think the craziest thing I've ever was a guy sent me an angel food cake, and it was fucking half gone. Wasn't even, looked like somebody just took it with their hands and ate it. And he says, well, I got hungry, so I ate part of it. You can't make this shit up. So remember I was talking about the Diablo Canyon thing. Here's the one this is the 2014 calendar. Diablo Canyon Evacuation Siren Calendar. It was given to me at Avila, my Blue Hearts on Valentine's Day, by a young woman. Here's the evacuation zone, but I got to show you this. This is the one I was looking for the other day, and I had the other one. And there it is, January. First one right off the gate. I hope you can see it. That's the pier. Right there. The Cal Poly Pier? No, the one next to it. The fucking Diablo Avila. Right there. That's the look at. That's not a low tide. That's a normal tide. That's what they're supposed to look like. So all you fucking tide pool people, freaks are saying they're deader than fuck. You laughed at me on that one too. I says, fuck you, I'll go fuck full cancer and walk the fucking coast and prove to you. Look at that. Whoa. Big old piece. That's the pier. That picture was not taken in 2014. That picture was obviously taken probably 2010-ish. Let me show you. There's another great picture. And this is really what it used to look like not that long ago. Come on. July. There it is. August. I've been there when it looked like that. Pre-Fukushima. I was standing right there on the pier one time. Pre-Fukushima when it looked like that. Fukushima. That's why it was the great fishery that it was. Maybe better than Monterey. And wells coming right up next to the pier, their whole fucking heads up. I mean, it's an incredible place. Now you can park your RV across from the nuclear reactor, Homer Simpson on chemo, and pay $55. I was talking to a young woman. I says, well, you're parked right there across. You know what? There's a pipe right there. See that pipe? What? You see that right where you're parked across? See that sign that says Diablo Canyon? Yeah, well, there's a nuclear reactor right there. What? So, you know, we retired. We got a $150,000 RV. We park it $60 a night to park it fucking next to the highway, fucking across the street from the nuclear reactor. And their daughter was pregnant. Oh, fuck. So this is what really, I mean, I'm going to do a whole video on this. So you know this Brent Taylor situation. I know Brent Taylor, the mayor and thing, was killed. Flags, grandstand. Mitt Romney's put millions of dollars, fucking statues, monuments. They've made the biggest grandstand deal in the world about Brent Taylor being killed, which is tragic that he was killed because what the fuck we still do? Went off to Afghanistan to kill the Taliban, went off to Iraq to get a big old sack, went off to Vietnam to kill the Viet Cong. How nice they made it. We're still there. This is, I saved this. I'm a peace activist, as you know. My father was killed. Utah, this is 20, I think 13. No, excuse me. Let me look at the date on this. 2009. 2009. Utahns killed in Iraq. You see any statues for them? That's a lot of people. So these are 2009, 8, and 7 that were killed. 2005, 2006, 2004, 2003. So one of the first person killed the girlfriend that I had in high school. I used to date her. She was beautiful, incredible gem. Her son was killed. You know, her and I, you know, that was really, she was a good Mormon girl, and I was, you know, I didn't. So she married this douchebag Mormon hairspray fucking piece of dog shit. He was killed. One of the first ones killed. She was freaking out. You know, and I was a big peace activist in those days. She reached out to me. You know, what do you say? What do you do? You know? I'm like, she says, well, it's my fault. I says, why is it your fault? So I made her read the last, I gave her East of Eden. If you haven't ever read East of Eden, I said, at least read the last few pages. Read it. I says, that hairspray piece of shit fucking Mormon prick you're married to, he never went to any war, did he? No. His dad didn't. No. His grandfather didn't. No. None of them ever did, but he was wrapped up in the flag. His scout leader, his fucking church leader, his television, his Fox News had you guys all waving fucking flags wound up. Yeah, you're right, Kevin. That kid got had by his school teachers, by his coaches, by his fucking church leaders, by fucking had. In the name of Jesus Christ, I says, I thought we were Mormons. I thought that was the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It's the opposite of Jesus. So I had to read it. You know, and that fucking piece of shit father his. You know, and I run into this all the time. I'm friends with another big, strong dude. I won't mention his name. Son, greatest fucking football player you ever seen. In fact, his cousins are in the NFL. He grandstanded the same thing. This kid was something. He could have played in the NFL. He went. He was the fucking best of the whole family. He come home. I don't see any of those guys. I don't see his picture here. Blew his fucking head off. All you flag waving fuckers, you Fukushima fucking deniers, you Fox News fucking watching fucking, you know, Trumpettes versus Obamacan fools. We've been had since 2000. Fukushima's capitulation. It's fucking killing our world. Nobody's doing anything. Salmon Flaps, my work. I mean, I've dedicated my whole life. I'll show you this. So I'm full of cancer and dying. As you know, I was so fucking sick. I'm in New York. I think it was the same time Aaron Swartz fucking, I was at the trial that day. So the Princeton Review wants to interview me. That's back when I was told everybody to fuck off when they wanted to do interviews. Okay. So I meet with them. They got another person there from one of the other muck fucking newspapers, and they start talking. You know, Fukushima, blah blah, this, that, and the other thing. I start going in my cancer. You know, I got cancer 21. I says, well, you know, be Swedes all the Roundup sprayed around my fucking house. I live in an agricultural area in these fucking mega dairy, you know, and FUKUSHIMA, fucking, you know, I started explaining about the bone marrow transplant, being inside there. He stopped me. He says, well, we don't want to talk about that part. I said, what do you mean you don't want to talk about that part of it? I says, you know, I'm sick. I'm full of cancer. It's too hard for us. It's too hard for me. The other guy looked, yeah, me too. It's too hard. We can't handle it in here. So I took these out. I had these in my bag, and I went just like this. I did the whole Archie Bunker thing. I went. And then I fucking threw right at him. Fucking hit them both with it. Like, fuck you. This interview's over. And they're like, what? I said, don't print anything I fucking said. Not a fucking word, I'll sue you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You fucking weaklings and cowards. That's what the problem is. That all these bloggers, Dutch saints. Oh, he was all fucking. Remember he faked the fucking, you know, had the little canister when he was in Denver and faked the radiation reading. I mean, talk about fraud. You know, all these fuckheads. All Fukushima, and then they fucking dove down and fucking ran off long. Oh, it's okay. Because people weren't following along, because people don't want to hear about Fukushima, because they're too weak. It's like cancer. I'm head of the support groups. I was. You go in there, they only sit with their fucking loved ones. I can't believe this happening to me. It's not happening to you. It's happening to them. Go sit with them. They won't. It's a weakling culture we live in. Of course, they're not going to fucking talk about Fukushima. They can't handle it. They're fucking weak. And I'll tell you what, weaklings and fucking deniers like that do terribly with cancer. I've watched they die so fucking fast, make your head spin. It's a great equalizer, Fukushima. Remember the 5th of November coming up. The great equalizer. Oh, it's your pseudo-facto sociology. It's your pseudo-facto theology. It's your pseudo-facto philosophy. No, it's the fucking ecology, stupid. They broke the fucking chain. Fuktonium skies, this heat source is boom, which I named Fuktonium in the early days, just like when I started talking about the blob, they were laughing at me. It's the first one. Just like I started fucking talking dead typos, people were laughing at me. Just like I said fucking whales are going to wash it, started people laughing at me. It's like I said cancer is going to spike off the hook, fucking people laughing at me. It's like I said I was going to survive fucking cancer. 2000 to present, what a fucked up culture we live in the United States. The opiates epidemic, the fucking litter fucking problem we have, this fucking, the consumption junkie, the suicide, the fucking health crisis, the housing fucking crisis, fucking all over just, for the crowning jewels, Fukushima. You know, I was a pretty strong activist, you know, peace activist, social inequality, leading up for the shirtwaist fire, the 100th anniversary. That was going to be March 25th, 2011. We were leading up our post-ignorance, which evolved into Occupy, was leading up to that. But something happened on the way to that place. They threw a nuclearism fucking flag in my face. Snow job Snowden. Where was he? Fukushima. I mean, the whole fucking thing. All roads lead to fucking the Nuclear Energy Crime Syndicate. 2 weeks before that, Fukushima happened. Everybody's like, what the fuck? You got Fukushima mad? Nope. Nothing else matters now. Nothing else fucking matters. The great equalizer. We're all going to meet in the same fucking place now. It's called death. You can't handle it, you can't fucking want it, and you don't get to pick which way you go. Or I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, literally. This fucking 8 years, thank you everybody supports this historic fucking journey. It's been incredible. It's been intense. I've been cleaning up the house the last few days. I'm like, fuck, I can't believe what a pig pen it turned into. But I'm like, what the fuck you expect, 8 years? I was afraid of the chemicals. I was afraid of fucking, I mean, what a fucking journey this has been. My God. I'm thinking about our army. You know, the people supported my work, and, you know, people can, fuck, I've done the fucking work of 100 men. It's literally, I've lived a fucking 100 lives in the last 8 years. Fuck, I think of where I've been, how I've, holy God, fuck. With no money. I was a millionaire when I got sick. I was uninsured. My bill was 1.8 million. And of course, my heart failed, open heart surgery. But I'm alive. Like I said, the fight goes on. You know, we don't give up. We don't give up. You know, denial's a death sentence. Fukushima denial is the greatest mental illness in fucking history. And this heat source that's being put, oh, it's hot. It's hot. It's caused these fires. All the fires in California are caused by Fukushima. I'm telling you. When spontaneous, the atmosphere's catching on fire, there's a heat source pouring into the Pacific fucking Ocean off these fucking meltdowns. Fuck the hot. It's so, I'll tell you how hot it is. The robots they've been sending in can handle fucking thousands and thousands, many thousands of degrees. Where'd you sleep last night? Don't you fucking lie to me. I slept in the 3 fucking suns. I slept in the dead fucking pines. Remember when I started talking about the dead pines in California? Everybody's laughing at me. I was talking about that in 2013. I said the pines. Fuck. Then I started talking fire fucking in 2014. For Hamlet Cassandra, they got together. They had a baby. Oh, curse this spite that I was ever born to set this right. This is the fucking greatest ecological catastrophe in fucking human history by 1 billion times. And we all stood down to the nuclear energy crime syndicate because their money is all that counts. Ask Barack, Barry Antoinette Obama, and his identical twin. Fucking Donald Nuclear fucking dumbass Trump. Barack Obama and Donald Trump, the 2 fucking greatest terrorists who ever lived. The Fukushima denial. Abby, tomato, fucking bitch on a fucking leash. Tsar Putin popping them off. 8-8. Who would have believed it? Who would have believed it? Who would have believed it? What a catastrophe. Where do we go from here? I don't know. One day at a time. We just fight. We just fight. Stay tuned.